Okay. So am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's start. So last classes we have to discuss the signal flow graph method and what is the Mason gain formula. So using this method, using this signal flow graph algebra and using this Mason gain formula, we have to easily solve these different types of problems. So first examples, find the overall transfer functions of the system whose signal flow graph it is shown in this figure. So in this diagram, first you have to see there are many nodes are present. So first you have to count node 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So node is 8. Okay, then you can see what is the path, different path it is present, that means forward path. Okay, so here you can see first way, all of you seen, starting point you have to start from here this way to this way, first state forward path. This is a first path. Another one you have to see this way you have to going, then this is a another way we have to given, then this same way we have to given, because you have to follow the arrow symbol, because the starting point to the arrow it is towards the ending point. So this is a first forward path. Okay, this is another forward path, we have to use this way, then this way. This is not coming because this arrow it is other sides, this arrow it is this sides, this arrow it is this sides. So these three paths it is not coming in the forward paths. So first step one, finding forward path gains. So there are two forward paths, that's why k equals to that is 2. Now what is the value of k? K is the path. Okay, so in these problems we have to calculate the two forward path it is present. It is clear all of you? So
Yes, sir.
these two forward path I am repeat once again. First one, this is straight way, one forward path. Another one, this starting point, then this way you have to go, then this straight way. So that's why two forward paths are present in these problems. So that's why the value k is equal to that is 2. Okay, let this forward path we have to naming in this problem, that is p1 and p2. So this p1 and p2 it is called the forward path gain. Okay, next 1 minute. Next, so this is these two path. First one that is rs, this is the input point and this is the output point cs, and this path that is naming that is a p1. So this is straightforward, that is g1, g2, g3, g4, g5. This is the basically gain, forward path gain. So that's why equation is coming, and here you can see this is a node 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. These are the basically node. These g1, g2, g3, g4, g5, these are the basically gain. And this here you can see this is a 1 and this is a 1 means unity feedback gain. Clear? When 1 it is seen, that means this gain it is 1 unity feedback gain, and this is g1, g2, g3, g4, g5. This is greater than 1 gain. Okay, so that's why we have to calculate this equation, that is P1, that is equal to G1, G2, G3, G4, G5. It is clear, all of you? Next.
Yes, sir.
Next. Yes. Next, another path. This is P2. So this is basically another path. So that's why we have to see in here, you can see starting point RS. This 1, 2, 3, sorry, not 3 coming, because 3, 4 here. 1, 2, that is 5, 6, 7, 8. These nodes are coming in that case. And again, this is G6, here G4 and G5. This is G6, G4 and G5 gain it is present. So that's why P2 equal to, here you can see G4, G5 and G6. That means G6, G4, G5. This is the P1 and P2. So first you have to calculate the forward path in this pattern. It is clear, all of you? Next. Next we have to calculate finding any individual loops are present in this problem. So in this case, 3 individual loops are present. So we have to naming these loops, that is P11, P21 and P31. So this naming, it is also one rules are present. So first here you can see, so this is a basically node 3 and node 4. This is G2 and feedback, that is a minus of H1. So in this diagram here you can see this is a 3 and 4, this is the H1. So this is the first one loops are present here. So that's why we have to calculate it, that is P11, that is minus of H1 into G2, because H1 is the negative feedback, because here negative symbols are present. G2 is the gain, that is a forward path gain also. Clear? Next, another loops 3 and 5. This 3 and 5 and this 3 and 5, this is G2 and G3 present and minus of H2 is present. So the equation is coming here. Here you can see this is G2 and G3 and this is basically H2, which is minus of H2. This is P21, that is equal to minus G2, G3, H2. Okay, this is simple calculations. Another last one, this is another one, G5 and G4. Okay, so this is minus H3. So you can easily calculate it, P31, that is equal to G5 H3. Okay, so second step, you have to calculate it, any individual loop gains are present or not. So in this given problem, we have to calculate the individual loop gain from here also. It is clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Next step, step 3, finding gain product of 2 non-touching loops. There are 2 combination of 2 non-touching loops are present in this problem. Okay, so in this diagram here you can see there are 2 non-touching loops are present. That means this one and this one, and also this one and also this one, also this is and this is also. So these are the different non-touching loops are present in this case. So finding gain product of 2 non-touching loops, there are 2 combination of 2 non-touching loops are present. First one, this is 3 and 4 and 6 and 7 node. Here that is 3 and 4 and 6 and 7 node. That means this node and these loops, these are the 2 non-touching loop. Clear? So we have to easily calculate it from here. That is P12, this is one P11 and P31, another one P12, that is equal to H1, G2, G5 and H3. And this value it is coming from here. Okay, this value it is also related from here also. Another 2 non-touching loops are present. This is 3 and 5, these nodes, and this 6 and this 7, these are the another loops. Okay, so in this diagram, this 3 and this 4, this is a one another loop, and another loops it is also present. These are the 2 non-touching loops are present. So the equation that is P22 that is equal to P21 dot P31 and P22 that is equal to the value of G2, G3, G5, H2 and H3 also. Okay. So this P, this is a basically P you have to represent, that is a forward path gain. We have to calculate it earlier first step. Then we have to calculate the any loop gain are present. Then we have to calculate the two non-touching loops are present or not. First, okay. Next, step 4, finding the value of the delta and delta K. So we have to know the delta and delta K. So what is the delta? Delta is value that is 1 minus, here different loops are present, that is P11 plus P21 plus P31. So these three loops are present. So we have to easily accommodate delta equal to 1 minus P11 within bracket P11 plus P21 plus P31. Okay, plus is after that this is two non-touching loop. Which one? This is P12, another one is the P22. Okay, it is clear all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the basically equation of delta, and this delta we have to know previous diagram. This is 1 minus sum of individual loops gain. Okay, and then plus these are the basically two non-touching, three non-touching, then plus four non-touching and so on. So that's why we have to using this formula 1 minus first forward loop gain plus two non-touching loop and then माइनस अनदर पार्ट अगर इसमें अवेलेबल होता था तो हम इसमें लिखते हैं माइनस दिस इज थ्री नॉन टचिंग लूप देन अगेन प्लस फोर नॉन टचिंग लूप एंड सो ऑन दिस प्रोसेस इज कंटिन्यूइंग then again you have to calculate at every value from here, you have to put it the value from here P11 P21 P31 and also P12 and P22. So you have to put it this value from here also. It is easily you have to put it value. Then you have to calculate, you have to calculate these equations. Here are lots of topics, that is lots of terms are cut down because one negative point, negative sign here present, this negative and also negative is there are lots of cutting down, like you have to solve. Then this is delta 1, this delta 1 that means the first forward gain. Then the delta 2, this is the second forward gain, because we have to calculate it in this problem. It is available for the two forward paths. First one P1, we have to calculate it from here path gain, that is a delta 1, and the P2 that is a delta 2, we have to calculate it from here. So this delta 1, it is equal to 1 minus 0, that is equals to 1, because there are no part of graph which is not touching with first forward path also. And another one delta 2, this is equal to 1 minus P11. P11, these are the basically P11, it is not touching, this is another way, because this is these 3 4 these loops, it is not touching in this forward path. So that's why we have to calculate it. This is delta 2, that is 1 minus P11, that means 1 minus G2 H1. Here minus sign is present because H1 is minus, this minus and minus it is also positive, that is H1 and G2. So that is H1 and G2 we have to present here also. This is the step 4. Then finally we have to apply the step 5, you have to apply the Mason gain formula. So first, sorry, last step 5, finding transfer functions. So we have to apply the formula Mason gain, that is T equals to 1 by delta summation of K, that this K is value 1 to K. This is Pk del K. So we have to easily put it this value from here. So T equals to 1 by delta, it is equal to P1 del 1 plus P2 del 2, because in this problem number of forward path, this is 2, that's why P1 and P2, and in that case when the forward path gains, that is a first loop gain, that is delta 1, and second loop gain, that is a delta 2. So that's why the equation is coming, that is P1 del 1 plus P2 del 2. It is clear of all of you up to this part?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the basically easily part. Now you have to putting the value from here. You have to know the value of P1, you have to know the value of del 1, you have to know the value P2 and delta 2. Here you have to calculate del 1 and del 2 and also P1 and P2. In that case, we have to apply. This is P1 and this is P2. So you can easily inputted this value from here and you have to multiply each and every case. So when you have to solve the transfer function, it is coming in that case. This transfer function that is equals to output by input. Okay, it is clear all of you? Because here you can see this is a 1 by delta. Okay, this is that is a P1 del 1 by P2 del 2 by delta. Okay, so this delta, it is a basically loop gain, and this is the value of delta. It is we have to calculate it from here. This delta value we have to put it from the lower part, and P1 del 1 plus P2 del 2. This is the basically P1 del 1 plus P2 del 2. Okay, because P1 equals to, we have to know G1, G2, G3, G4, G5, and P2 it is equal to G4, 5, 6, and del 1 and del 2 value we have to calculate it from here. Okay, so this is the basically output equation from the signal program. We have to easily calculate the transfer functions of the given signal program methods. It is clear all of you? So no, anyone any doubts, so please ask me, because we have to cover one important problems which is covered the overall rules or algebra of the signal flow graph method. So just I am recall them because we have to remember one thing. So you have to given these problems, you have to solve the overall transfer function from the given signal flow graph method. So first you have to calculate the finding the forward path gains in this diagram. First forward path, and this is the next forward path. So we have to represent P1 and P2. That is what is the value of K? That is K equals to 2. That means P1 and P2. So this is the basically P1 value, that is P1 equals to G1, G2, G3, G4, G5, and P2 is equals to G6, G4, G5. Clear? This is the first step. We have to calculate it easily from here. Next step, we have to calculate finding the individual loop gain. So in this given problem, we have to easily calculate the three individual loops are present. We have to represent this individual loop P11, P21, and P31. Okay, so you can easily calculate it from here P11, P21, and P31. This is step 2. Then step 3, you have to calculate it the finding the loop product, or sorry, gain product of the two non-touching loop. Okay, so in this diagram or in this problem, we have to show there are two combination of two non-touching loops. So that's why first two combination of the non-touching loop and another one is the two non-touching loop. So usually we have to easily calculate it from here P12, that is equal to P11, P31. And what is the value of P11? This one, and P31, this one. So we have to easily put it this value from here. The result is coming P12, H1, G2, G5, and H3. Clear? Next, another non-touching loop. This is this one, and also this one also is present. So that means P22, this is equal to P21 dot P31. We have to easily put it this value, and you have to easily calculate it. The value is coming minus minus, that is plus, that is G2, G3, G5, H2, H3. Okay, so in this step we have to calculate the two non-touching loop gain also. Number 4, step 4, in this step we have to calculate the finding the value of the delta as well as also del K. So we have to know what is the delta. Delta is equal to the formula from the, we have to know Mason gain formula, that is 1 minus, that is individual loops we have to accommodate here. So these three are the individual loop P11, P21, P31. So we have to summing in that part, plus two non-touching loops. This is P12 and P22 present here. Okay, so we have to put at this value p12 and p22. So in this diagram we have to easily calculate the every value. So you have to put the value everyone, then you have to calculate it. Another one, we have to calculate it that a delta k, because k is the forward path gain. So in this problem, k, what is the value of k? K is equal to 2. Where it is 2? Because k is equal to 2, because 2 forward path gain we have to calculate it. So that's why we have to calculate first delta 1 and then delta 2. So delta 1, that is equal to 1 minus 0, because there is a no part of graph which is not touching with first forward path, because in this forward path every nodes are touching. So that's why this is also 1 minus 0, that is equals to 1. Another second one, that is delta 2, this is 1 minus p11, because p11, this 3 and 4 node, this 3 and 4 node, it is not touching in this forward path. So that's why we have to calculate it. This is delta 2, that is 1 minus p11, that is equals to 1 plus g2h1. Last step we have to apply, step 5, finding the transfer function. We have to apply the Mason gain formula. This is t equals to 1 by delta summation of k, that is pk del k. So you have to easily put at value, that is 1 by delta equal to, here two forward paths present, that is p1 and p2, and there k is, that is delta 1 and delta 2. So p1 del 1 plus p2 del 2. So you have to put it the value from the previous one. We have to calculate it. The result is coming. This is the transfer function, output by input. Okay, it is clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now another example. So everyone see this problem very fast. Then we will to discuss. So this is a second example, the second problems. You have to given this diagram, find forward path, find the question is coming in that case, find the transfer functions in the given signal program. So first you have to see, this is the first forward path, this straight way. Then another one here you can see, this one, then this loop it is present, because the arrow is this symbol in this way. But in the other loops here you can see, this is also considered, this is also this one, this way, this is this way. Okay, so this is also connected, but sometimes it is also not considered in this method, because starting point and ending point in this loop, this is same. So that's why we have to not counting in that case, that is finding the forward path gain. There are two forward path, that is the value, that is k equals to 2. So first we naming the forward path gain, that is a p1 and p2. Okay, so here you can see first forward path, this is 1 2 3 4 5, these are the different nodes, this 1 2 3 4 and 5. So this first p1, that is equals to g1 g2 g3 g4. This g2 g3 g4, these are the basically forward path gain, all of you know. Another path, this is p2, which one? This 1 2 3, then this way and this output point. So this one p2 is equals to g1 g2 and g6. Okay, first step you have to calculate finding the forward path here. It is clear, all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So I am seeing one thing. So many of students are joining in the class, but response is 3 or 4, and this response, it is very common people's. But other person, it is not answering, not question, not any doubt or any. So I don't know this overall class idea. It is either understand or not understand, because there are lots of peoples are present in the both department. Okay, but some of them, that is 3 4 members response me, and others is I don't know they are present in that time or not. because this is a very important class, because this is a mathematical related problem. You have to see in aggressively, because you don't understand in self in your house. Okay, so let's me. So then step 2. Step 2, what is the step 2? We have to calculate or finding the individual loop gain. So in this problem, there are lots of loops are present. First, here you can see this is the node 2 and node 3, this loop. Then also another loop, that is this big type of loop. Then another one, this one loop, and this is the small loops. But you can see this loop, it is not considered. Why? Because this loop, this node 3 and node 5, this loop it is not considered another single loop or individual loop, because this loop node, it is enabled in these big loops also. So that's why we have to not concluding, not attempting these loops. So there are lots, 4 individual loops are present. This is the first one, this node 2 and node 3. Then second, these 2 and these 5. Then third, this one, and then this is the this loop also. Okay, so again here you can see this is P11 first. So this is minus H2 and G2. This is the value of P11. Then P21, what is the value? This is the minus H3 and G2, G3, G4. That means minus G2, G3, G4 and H3. It is easily calculated. Then this one, G2, G3 and minus H1. So this P31, that is equal to minus G2, G3, H1. Another one, this is simple. This is only G5. That means P41, that is equals to G4. Sorry, G5. So these are the basically 4 individual loops we have to calculate it in this given problems. This problem, it is very important. So very more timing. This problem, it is coming in different universities semester exams. Okay, so please practice is in your house also. Next, number 3rd, what is, we have to know the finding the 2 non-touching loop. Okay, so in this diagram 2 non-touching loops are present. Which one? This one and only this one, because any other 3 loops, it is touching 1 by 1 nodes also. So these 2 non-touching loop, these are the basically node 2 and 3, and these are the basically single, that is the 4. So these are the 2 non-touching loops are present. First one, that is P12, we have to naming here. This is minus H2 and G2, and this is another one, that is this one. So we have to easily calculate this value, G5. Okay, so then step 4, what is the calculation? You have to finding the value of the delta and also delta K. So we have to know the formula, that is delta equal to 1 minus first individual loop, summation of the individual loop. So what is the summation of the individual loop? P11, P21, P31, P41. These 4 are the individual loop. So that's why we have to written here P11 plus P21 plus P31 plus P41. Okay. Then 2 non-touching loops, this one and this one. The value is P12, and this P12, it is P11 plus P41. How it is coming from here? This is P11 and this is the P41. Value is minus H2G2 into G5. So that is minus H2G2 G5. So this is basically 2 non-touching loop, that is the plus P12. It is clear? Up to this part, it is clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
थैंक यू. अभी हमको बहुत सारा रिस्पांस मिला है, अच्छा लग रहा है. जब भी रिस्पांस नहीं मिलता है ना, मतलब टीचर को भी मतलब ये लगता है जो हम उसको पढ़ा रहे हैं, वो लोग मतलब उन लोगों को समझ में आएगा नहीं आए. रिस्पांस मिलने से बहुत अच्छा लगता है, हमें भी सेटिस्फेक्शन आता है पढ़ने में. ओके, चलो इसको कंक्लूड करते हैं. तो इसके बाद वी हैव टू पुट द वैल्यू. We have to easily calculate a P11, P21, P31, P41, P12 from here. These are the different value you have to calculate it. So now you have to put the value one by one, and you have to calculate it the total, that is negative positive sign here also, that is also changes. Then you have to calculate it the path gain. So what is the path gain? Path gain we have to calculate it from in this problem. There is a two path gain, that is k equals to 2. This one p1 and p2, two forward path gain we have to calculate it. So gain is coming 2, that is a del 1 and delta 2. So first delta 1, that is 1 minus 0, that is equals to 1, because there is no part of graph which is not touching in the first forward path. So in this diagram, this is a first forward path, and every node it is touching in that case. But another path is present, this one. But in this part, this one it is not touching in this path. Okay, so that's why we have to calculate it. This is delta 2, that is equal to 1 minus p41. So that is the value 1 minus g5. So this is the basically calculated from the find the delta and delta k. You have to easily calculate it. Last step we have to apply step 5, finding transfer functions using the formula, Mason gain formula. T equals to 1 by delta summation of k. K value is the 1 to k, that is pk and del k. You have to easily calculate it, that is 1 by delta. Here two forward path, that is p1 and del 1 plus p2 and del 2. So you can easily put the value. What is the value of p1? You have to put it this value from here. This is p1, sorry, this is p1, g1, g2, g3, g4, and p2, g1, g2, g6. So you have to easily put it this value, p1 and p2, and delta 1, that is equals to only 1, and delta 2, that is a 1 minus g5. This is the 1 minus g5, and this is the delta. What is the value of delta? You have to calculate it from here. The value of delta is this one. So this value it is also present from here. So this is the basically output equation, that is a transfer function. It is the ratio between the output of the given system to the input of the given systems. Okay, it is clear. This problem it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in this class we have to discuss two broad, that is a two examples, and this is a various types of loops are present, non-touching, 3 loops, 4 loops are present. I think it is given to the certain idea, or given the clear idea of the signal program. And after this class, I am uploaded this class note in your Google Classroom. You have to read again and again in your rooms, and you have to practice from your room different types of problems from the books. You have to follow the BS Manke linear control system books, and also control system Nagraj Gopal, any others control books also available, different types of examples. Okay, next another question, it is also important. What is the basic difference between the block diagram and signal flow graph method? Okay, so these are little bit different. So first, block diagram method, it is a pictorial representation of the function formed by the each component and of the flow of the signals. So everyone please remember the block diagram technique. So in this block diagram technique, we have to see the summing point, we have to see the take-off point, we have to see the every block or forward loop. So this is a pictorial representation form of the block diagram method. But in the signal flow graph method, it is a graphical representation of relationship between the variations, okay, of a set of the linear algebra equations written in the form of the cause to effect relations also. So remember this one. This is a basically graphical representation, and this is the pictorial representation. Next, it can be used to represent linear as well as nonlinear systems. Okay, so this is basically one advantage here. But this signal flow graph method, it can be used to represent only linear systems. This is a one slightly difference between this block diagram and signal flow graph method. Number third, no direct formula it is available in this calculation of the overall transfer function of this block diagram method. But in the signal flow graph method, we have to easily use a Mason gain formula, which is available to find the overall transfer functions. Okay, it is clear, all of you. Next,
Yes, sir.
step 4, step by
Yes,
step.
sir.
Yes, thank you. Step by step procedure it is to be followed to be find transfer functions, and also it is also a step by step process we have to calculate it. These are the both same, and it has not a symmetric method, but it is a basically symmetric method. Systematic method, and it indicates, that means in the signal flow graph method, first you have to calculate the forward path gain, then you have to calculate the individual loop, then you have to calculate the non-touching loop, then you have to calculate the value of the del and delta k, then step 5 you have to apply the formula, that is Mason gain formula. But in this block diagram method, you have to easily starting either cascade format of the blocking system, or cascade format of the summing point system, or cascade format of the feedback loop systems. So there is a no systematic method is present, but in this signal flow graph method, it is a systematic method. Next, it indicates more realistic signal flow of the system than original system itself, and it is a constraint by more rigid mathematical rules than a block diagram also. So little bit mathematical expression here is also present, but in this block diagram, mathematical expression or original system, it is lower little bit is present also. Last one, for a given system, the block diagram, it is not unique. Many dissimilar and unrelated system can be represented by the same block diagram. But in the signal flow graph method, in a given system, the signal flow graph, it is not unique method. So this is a little bit difference are present in this block diagram and the signal flow graph method. Okay, this is clear, all of you? So everyone,
Yes,
please,
sir.
yes, everyone write your own name and roll number in the
Yes,
chat
sir.
box. Name and write roll number in the chat box also. And Gautam, please take a screenshot right now for the another attendance. Next, this is the
Yes, sir.
yes, this is the another one, properties of the signal flow graph. So these properties we have to easily discuss in the solving in the different types of problem. So that means signal flow graph, it is applied only the linear systems, and also this equation for which is a signal flow graph, it is drawn by algebraic equation of the sum of the signal cause and effects also. Then number third, nodes are used to the represent variables, and also another one, also we have to follow the individual loops calculations, and it is also normally these nodes, it is arranged left to the right. All of you seen, this is the left side, this is the right side. So every nodes that is a starting to the ending point, it is arranged the left to the right format also. Then these signals, it travel along branches only in the direction described by the arrow of the branches. So arrow marks, it is also present in this signal flow graph method. It is very important. Another 5, the branch directing from node, that is the forward path gain, that is xk to the ij. It is a k1, k2, etc. These are the basically branching method. Another one, this signal xk is traveling along a branch between the xk and xj is multiplied by the gain of the branch. So that means that is a a1 x1. This a1, that means g1, g2, g3. This g1, g2, g3, this is the forward path gain, and which is multiplied with the node also. Last one, for a given system, a signal flow graph, it is not unique. Okay, and many different signal flow graph, it can be draws for a given system by the writing of the system equation differentially. So these are the basically different properties are present in this signal flow graph method. So this is another question, what is the properties of the signal flow graph method?